I've listened to Black Sabbath pretty much my whole life. Like as a kid to an adult, like I've never stopped listening to them. I think some music just grabs you in your soul, you know, and just grabs you and shakes it. I was hooked from the first time I heard it.
What you gonna do?
They're asking me to make it, right? Which is a very humbling experience on its own. And then to receive an award like that, you're kind of getting a piece of the king.
When I realized that we could cast someone's actual hand, there was only one hand in the entire world I knew that was worthy enough for the trophy.
You know, Loudwire was like, what if we get Tony? I was like, that'd be fucking great.
The first call we had to make was to the godfather of it all. It was Mr. Tony Iommi, the hand that created heavy metal.
If you ask 100 heavy metal fans who's the greatest riff writer in heavy metal history, probably half would say Tony Iommi. The other half would say James Hetfield. What would James Hetfield say? Tony Iommi. Enough said.
Now it's killing you. I would just like to say thank you to Mr. Tony Iommi for accidentally chopping off your fingers.
The operator cannot possibly injure his hands or fingers in any moving part.
He was working in a factory in Birmingham, England in the late 60s.
And he was like, Mom, I'm not gonna go back. You know, I quit that job. And she said, no, you're going back.
So he loses his fingers at some point working in a factory.
He crafted thimbles on his fingers to allow him to keep on playing.
Creates a whole fucking sound that inspired genres of fucking music.
So thanks to Mrs. Iommi, we have what is now known as heavy metal.
Any country in the world and screamed heavy metal at someone, they would give you the universal symbol.
Metal, metal. It's just become part of what we do.
It seemed like the universal language and symbol of heavy metal.
How much more metal can you get than that? You can't.
And it's why we wanted to basically take that and make a trophy.
But I loved Black Sabbath. A lot of people will say that Sabbath invented metal.
I think most people herald them as the fathers of heavy metal, and I would have to agree with that.
Black Sabbath was basically the first heavy metal band. There was bands that had songs that were heavy, but never a band that was exclusively playing this type of music.
Timeless riffs, timeless songs, and great albums.
He's the OG, those big licks.
I've been such a fan of his unique and individual guitar playing and all those riffs.
That's Black Sabbath.
What the sound of Black Sabbath, where it started, lit a fire in the musical industry that is now a global phenomenon that reaches every corner of this earth.
Tony Iommi is not even human. He is like an alien to me because every riff he writes is incredible.
He invented heavy metal. He invented the heavy metal riff.
The riff master of all time in metal, in my opinion, is Tony Iommi.
There's very few people that when they walk into a room after this song, they still like, you know, that's like the riff master.
If it wasn't for Iommi, I just don't think that the riff would be as powerful as it is in heavy metal, plain and simple.
Every riff that comes out of that man's hands is gold.
He's up there with Mozart and Beethoven.
The fact that Iommi is literally a god of heavy metal amongst us.
If it wasn't for him, Metallica, Slayer, you name it, would never have happened.
He is the creator.
Goodbye!